GM everyone, and welcome back to the show. Today we have a special stream. We are demoing Ambire app with Ivan. Ivan, mic check, mic check. How are you doing today?
Hello, all good, all good. As I wrote on my daily plan in our internal system, we're going to be trying to break the app on live demo. So let's see where we get.
Cool. So today's episode will be in two sections. First, we'll explain a bit of history in terms of what platforms Ambire supported so far. And then we'll try to break the app. Let's start with a quick intro. So Ambire launched a web wallet back in 2021. And after that, we focused on a mobile app. And we thought that a web platform and mobile will be a perfect combo. But the web wallet did not get the traction because of multiple reasons. And one of the biggest was that you had to create a completely fresh smart account address. You could not import your private key, your seed, your hardware wallet, and just continue using the account as you would in other wallets. So approximately 2.5 years ago, we did, I would say, a soft platform pivot and started working on a browser extension and still kept the app alive. The browser extension started gaining traction. It is today at approximately 20K installations and 15K active users. And meanwhile, we unlisted the mobile app because we quickly understood that people were running into some sync issues. So you could not use the same accounts on mobile and on extension. So we unlisted the app, continue working on the extension, been polishing in, adding many features, and now it's a great time to reintroduce the mobile app. And today we'll demo it live. In terms of features at the launch, you can expect it to be on pair with the extension. And Ivan will share a fresh look of the app and comment a bit on why we decided to go with the app, why we decided to go with certain designs, certain features. So really looking forward to see it.
Yeah, by the way, something super strange I just noticed. We've connected my iPhone 13, like a super old 13 mini, super old iPhone to my computer, and it shows that it's like 9:41, which is super far away from reality. It's like 15 in the afternoon where I am, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I mean, if we have any issues with the app freezing, it should probably be on the old device because it's already hitting. But let's see how it goes. We'll try and see where we get. Shall we be showing it already?
Yes, let's go.
All right, I'll unlock my phone. All right, and I'll open the app. Oh, that was snappy. Okay, so this is how the wallet looks right now in its dark theme. The main thing that you might notice is that when we decided that we're revamping the old mobile app and adding a new one of the things that we decided was that most of the feedback that we've been receiving at Ambire was, okay, the extension is amazing. I'm already using it as a daily driver. This is my main wallet. I want the same experience on mobile. Just add mobile into it. Perfect. This is all we need, and so on and so on. And we decided, okay, perhaps the first thing that should lead us when developing the mobile is make the experience and the feeling as close to the extension as possible. keep all the features that we have on the extension and port them to mobile to the extent if it is possible, because not everything is possible. But so far, we've mostly kept like 99% of the feeling of the Ambire extension in the mobile app. And if you're already an Ambire user, you should feel the mobile app pretty familiar. Everything is on the same takes the same place where it is in the extension, only on a more narrow screen. And by the way, we've talked a lot some time ago about the big redesign that we did on the Ambire extension a few months ago when we relaunched the extension with a completely new look. One of the motives behind that was that the old extension, the May 2026 extension, Ambire extension, was much wider, and it was one of the like probably the widest extension out there. And back then we were already planning the mobile app, and we are like, okay, for the mobile app we will have to adapt to super narrow screen. So this will be a huge challenge if we're going with the same extension screen. So let's try and shrink it in general on the browser extension in general, then it will be easier to adapt on mobile, and that's what happened eventually. So yeah, let's play with it. So I have imported my one of my main accounts that I'm using for showing stuff. However, when adding an account, you can import an address as a watch only if you want to be tracking addresses, or you just want to see the feel. As you see, the wallet almost instantly recognizes ENS domains, and we can import an ENS. And yep, we have Vitalik, for example. This is, by the way, a harsh example because it is one of the addresses with gazillions of token, and we'll see how fast it will load. Anyway, we'll give it some time. I can show you what else. You can import an account. You can connect a hardware wallet. Currently, we support Ledger, Trezor, and QR-based wallets, Keystone, Keycard, and Token. This is the module for scanning QR codes for hardware wallets. You can also create a wallet on the go, of course, import an existing account, and you can add your safe account. Safe accounts recently have been such a hit among our users, as you know, and now you'll be able to have the same cool experience on having fast signing and combining transactions, batching, and so on for safe accounts, even on mobile. On the dashboard, you can see a bird's eye view on your tokens. You can filter by networks, of course, and you can see info about tokens. Let's see, for example, we can open a token and we can see the price action for the last 24 hours. You can see important info such as contract address, market cap, and so on. You can see the website, supported exchanges, and so on. We have, of course, NFT, DeFi tabs. On the DeFi tabs, you can see info about your positions. Last month, we integrated Polymarket, and it was amazing because I was playing a lot along the FIFA World Cup on Polymarket, and it was nice to be having it on the fly and see how my bets are going. Here we can see the activity. I don't have much activity on this device because I only yesterday added keys for this account for this demo. And as you know, on Ambire, your activity is kept per device. so you can't see the activity for an account before you added it to a certain device. This is, of course, a privacy feature. However, this is how an activity information looks on the mobile app. This was okay. Here I swapped some ETH for Aave. What I can see all the important info when it happened, and I can copy link, or I can repeat the transaction. By the way, this is a cool way to go through some of the actions that we can do. Let's try and repeat the transaction. By the way, I mean I know all those features and details because I've already have seen them, gone through them thousands of times on the extension. However, I'm not the most avid mobile user. So this is probably the first time that I'll try to repeat transaction on Ambire on mobile. So let's see. Okay, this sends me straight to swapping Ethereum for Aave tokens. And this is the screen where you see, oops, by the way, I clicked repeat 2 times, so it batched 2 transactions for swapping it to Aave, but I like it that way. Why not? I see what assets I'll get out, what I'll get in. You can simulate a transaction in Tenderly, and you can choose how to pay your network fee. By the way, it says that network fee will be $3 on Ethereum right now on mainnet. What is happening? I don't know. Okay, this is kind of, yeah. I mean, I haven't had such network fee for a long time. However, for the sake of the bigger cause and trying to break the mobile app life, we'll have to sacrifice 3. Okay, and it's getting even more expensive as I speak. So I'm hitting sign before it gets like $5 or something. All right. And we can see the transaction progress screen. This is how it looks on mobile. By the way, I absolutely love it. It's like a bottom sheet. Oh, nice. I closed it too fast. However, it was a successful swap. So here we are. We have another confirmed transaction where we can see 2 swaps, the assets out, the assets in. Totally love it. Let's see.
Bobby says that live stream means gas spike on Ethereum.
Yeah, probably. Everyone's trying to do the same. Let's see. We can try and send something. Shall we send to an ENS or try even some of the new hot name services out there? Do you have a Gwei name or something like that?
Yes, Ambire has one. We can try with Ambire.
Yeah, we can try. Add recipients. By the way, we can scan one if we want, of course. But let's say we send to ambire.gway. Gway or gway, I don't know. Okay, it's nice. It resolves the Ambire logo. We see that this address also has ENS name as well. Love it. Of course, we get a warning first time sending to this address. One of the, by the way, much praised features of the Ambire app overall that we always tell you when you're sending for the first time to someone or when your last transaction to this address was, which is amazing. And by the way, I don't know, is this already live? Correct me if I'm wrong, but we also have this feature right now when you try to send to an ENS address that recently changed owner, resolver. We can say that, hey, this ENS recently changed its owner, so make sure that you know who you're sending to, right? Is this live? Nice.
It's live on extension for sure. Not sure
Yeah,
about
yeah.
mobile, but it is live on the extension.
Probably. Okay, we'll send. Yeah, but this time I'm gonna be cheap. I'll send some funds on Arbitrum, for example, to Ambire Way. Okay, I'm gonna send some dollars. By the way, the chat is super active today under the live stream, which I
Mhm.
love. I see at least 6 or 7 comments, and they're not even coming from the team, which is amazing. All right, let me send $1 to Ambire. What do we have here? We have how to proceed or start a batch. You already saw how batch transactions work on the mobile app. Fluid AF, so we'll just send this one straight. It says how to proceed. That meaning when I just tap it, it won't send them. I need to hold it. Sure. Yes, I'm sure. Bang. Okay. Now that's better. Pay gas with Ethereum, less than 1 cent. Love it. We can use the gas tank as well. By the way, something that we implemented recently is because we are getting, as you know, a little backstory here. The gas tank is one of the much praised features of Ambire. It solves a lot of pain when managing network costs when you're using the app. And we've been probably, it's bold to say, but I'm almost sure that we were probably the first walleting team out there to pioneer gas tank back in the days. So yeah, gas tank is super useful when you don't have funds on a new network or something like that. However, usually there's an overhead because of the way the gas tank works. And some people are complaining that, for example, sometimes gas tank could be up to like 30% more expensive than paying with network native tokens. So while in some situations it's a lifesaver, in other it may be a financial burden. So yeah, this comes down to what we decided for pay gas with. We decided that the app will be remembering the last time when you paid gas with. For example, if the last time I was using it on Arbitrum, every time when I try to sign a transaction on Arbitrum, it will be picking it on Arbitrum as a default, so that we don't limit people or we don't push them to be using gas tank all the time, because some people were kind of irritated because once you had funds on your gas tank, Ambire was always trying to push you to use the gas tank. Not try to push you, but this was just the default option when you had gas tank. And right now, as I said, the app is getting smarter and smarter, and it just remembers your favorite choice. I'm getting a little bit too talkative sometimes, but
Nice.
I like to explain how we come with some solutions. Okay, this was pretty straightforward. Cool. What else shall we do? Shall we swap some tokens or
Yes,
something?
let's try
Okay,
swap and
let's try.
bridge.
Yeah, let's try swap and bridge. Okay. Here, I can pick my tokens sorted by the amount of token I'm having. I will be avoiding, once again, mainnet, but I can pick some ETH on base and try to port it somewhere. Let's say we'll try to port $20. No, not 20 ETH. Unfortunately, don't have that much. $20 worth of ETH on base. Let's try and port it to Arbitrum, but shall we go the safe route and port it to ETH, or shall we try and see how far can we go?
How far can we go always?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it won't be that exotic. We'll try to turn some ETH on base into ARP on Arbitrum. There should be routes for this. I mean, the worst thing that can happen is not having a route. However, it looks that we quickly found the route.
One thing, it looks like the routes, select routes is quite hidden right now when you import.
Yeah, the thing is that the buttons proceed and start a batch. I saw it on when I was repeating transaction a few moments ago. They're kind of pushed in the middle of the screen so that it's easy for the thumb. However, they are kind of blocking part of the screen beneath. And if you don't, I mean, you can easily scroll down using your finger, but sometimes people might be thinking that this is the whole screen, like there's no much beyond that. So this is a thing that we need to definitely improve for the live version. And yeah, here we can see the fee. It's updating the quote. That's totally normal. We see the Ambire fee. We see the approximate time for the bridge, and we can select another route if we want, or we can request a new quote. I won't be picking other routes. However, it's cool to see that you can have this in your control. Oh, Ambire Wallet is sponsoring this transaction. This is
Icon
amazing.
is missing.
What?
Icon is missing.
Icon is missing, definitely. Yeah, absolutely. However, I haven't used Bridge, especially in this situation, like from Base to Arbitrum for some time, and I kind of forgot that this was gonna happen. Like, forgot that we were sponsoring some swaps on some chains, and this was like a pretty nice surprise for me. Yeah.
Whenever the fee, the Ambire fee is bigger than the transaction fee.
Yeah.
Which is for bigger amounts in most cases. So
okay. By the way, I think we broke it. No. We haven't broken it. However, oh nice. We see that bridge is complete. Okay, we'll see this on the recording after the stream. However, what happened here is that we successfully sent this bridge transaction. However, we didn't kind of return to the dashboard, or we didn't get a notification that a bridge is on its way. So at first it was a bit confusing for me. Are we getting back? Is this not happening? Well, it was actually happening. Okay, this is something that we can improve. And of course, we see here that we have one complete bridge. Nice. We turned some ETH on Base into Arbitrum on Arbitrum. Cool,
nice.
cool. Let's do something with this ARP, shall we? We can go. Yeah. Of course, the mobile app can connect to apps. It's 2026. That's like not something to brag for. It's a must. However, we've always like to remind that our app catalog, or it's called Explore on the mobile app, because at some point we want to be showcasing here not only apps but also trending tokens or any opportunities to put your tokens to. So that's why it's called Explore. But yeah, the main reason behind the Explore section is that you have a list of apps that you know that are safe, and the links are the ones that are actual links, and Ambire is kind of protecting you here, because as I said, I'm not a mobile avid user, because I still have let's say trauma I haven't healed from. It was like in 2023 probably. Mobile wallets back then were much behind. I was using MetaMask. There weren't many options. Like there was MetaMask Rainbow and not so many others. I don't even remember if Rabi had a mobile app back then. But anyway, in 2023, I was using. I was either trying to farm Blast or Mode, something like that. I don't remember, but I had deposited some like 2K worth of op tokens into Blast or Mode. I don't remember anymore. And I was trying. One night I was super tired. It was late in the evening, and I decided to check how my allocation is going. Not my allocation, but my deposit. And I wanted to connect on mobile because I was away from my computer. And I wanted to connect to their portal, to the Blast farming portal, and I just Googled it on Safari, and of course I got brutally fished. Going to I approved the transaction on Optimism. It drained my op. It was hard lesson learned. I mean, things have improved dramatically ever since. Like first, we're seeing less of those phishing websites, and Google is catching them faster. However, they still appear. On the other hand, MetaMask has improved their mobile wallets a lot. But yeah, it's something that's still haunting me, and that's why I'm never thinking of Googling Web3 apps. I'm always trying to pick them from the Explore page, both on the mobile and on the extension. So let's go to Aave after this short anecdote, this odyssey of mine, pun intended.
Just a question from the stream. DrewF.eth asked, Wallet Connect 2 or just 6963 for the web viewing app? It supports Wallet Connect as well.
Yeah, it supports Wallet Connect as well, because there's still people, and it's quite common for some people to be actually using the UI on their computer, their notebook, their MacBook or whatever, but just sign on mobile apps, and this is a super common flow, and it's actually a nice flow. I've used it as well. So the previous Ambire mobile app before the facelift, before the relaunch, had only 6963, didn't have Wallet Connect. However, this one will be able to connect both ways to apps.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, connect wallets. We see the Ambire option. I won't be demoing the Wallet Connect right now because I haven't used it for a while, and I don't want to look stupid if I mess something. However, it definitely works. Yeah. Are we gonna do something on Aave? Let's supply.
Let's supply.
Is there? How do I see Aave on?
On other chain?
Yeah, I want to see Aave on Arbitrum. There is
top?
Aave on Arbitrum, right? Yeah.
Go to the top and click Core Market.
Ah, yes. Okay. Now we're gonna go to Arbitrum, and I think I have. Yeah, I'll supply my Arbitrum that I just swapped so that we have a complete story. Okay. Oh, by the way, I have. Oh yeah. 257 Arbitrum. Okay. Default. Okay. 0 point left. Approve ARP. Safety checks. Okay. We see that we are approving unlimited spend of Arbitrum. By the way, you can edit approvals on Ambire for some time, both on mobile and on the extension, which is pretty nice and a
And
much requested feature.
yeah, if there is someone from Aave or Aave team, yeah, Drew F said the same thing. Boo, no batching. If there
Yeah,
is someone
yeah.
from Aave watching the stream, please support batching. Uh, let's make it one click. Let's kill unlimited approvals.
Yeah, exactly. If Aave supported batching on Arbitrum, we won't be going through approve first, then sign, then wait, then deposit. It will all go into one transaction. However, let's see it as an effect right now because it makes the demo longer, and we will show more of what the extension of what the mobile app is capable of. Okay, we can now see the actual supply transaction. We can see that we're gonna get some $20 worth of ARP out, and we're gonna receive the have a supplied Arbitrum token, and we're gonna sign it. And now we're gonna see if this will appear on our DeFi positions tab. Okay. Aave. But that's on Ethereum. Sorry, this was my mistake. I didn't see that we have a separate Aave on Ethereum and Aave on Arbitrum. So we can see that on Aave on Arbitrum, we have the position. There it is.
Nice.
You see the APY and everything smooth.
Maybe we should
Lovely.
merge protocols.
Yeah, because at some point, like for example, my DeFi tab is pretty fat. Not that I'm like super DeFi user, it's just that I have bits here and there from testing whatnot. But yeah, it's probably cool to, yeah, maybe it's here, it's a nice place to ask people if you'd like to see the DeFi tabs grouped. What would you like to see them on categories or based on popularity or what? It will be interesting for us to know.
Yeah, one thing
Okay.
on DeFi tab that was quite requested recently was to withdraw directly from contracts.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
that would be nice.
I tried it the other day with Rabbin in DeFi positions on mobile, and it works amazing. Like no hopping, no you avoid phishing and so on. Just withdraw directly, and it was quite much requested. So I believe that in some short medium term, we should be shipping it.
Yeah. Okay, I think that from the way the app looks right now, we've shown most of it. I haven't shown you this action pane in the or pill in the bottom. Here you can be searching for tokens easily. And this is of course the scanning QR codes button, which you can use both for sending tokens or for connecting through Wallet Connect, and you can be changing networks. I wanted to say that this is how the app looks like right now. And as you know, we're planning on releasing it by the end of August. However, there will be things in the app, hopefully, that we are just right now implementing and are yet to come. But we can say a word or two about them. One of them, which I'm super excited about, is that on the mobile app, you'll be able to sync your accounts with your current extension, and it will be easy QR code sync. Like you go to the extension, you pick whichever accounts you want synced on your mobile app. This generates a QR code that you scan with your mobile app, and voila, you have the accounts with the corresponding private keys imported on your mobile app. Another one is As you know, a month ago already, we did a governance vote about one of the roles of our native wallet token. And we wanted to propose that if you hold wallet tokens on your Ambire account, you are eligible for reduced swap fees because right now one of the revenue streams for Ambire is swap fees. So the default swap fee is 0.5%, which compared to most other wallets out there is fine, is on the more cheaper side. However, for example, Rabi is much cheaper, has much cheaper swap fees. And if you directly go to some protocols, of course, you can swap for free. However, not having to go to a protocol and just using the default UI is something that we think is convenient enough for people to be paying swap fee for. However, we propose that if you hold wallet tokens, staked wallet tokens in certain tiers, you are eligible for reduced fees. And the more tokens you hold, the less swap fees you will be paying, up to a point where you barely pay anything for swapping in the app. And this will go probably live with the launch of the mobile app. And before the audience thinks of they're shilling their token and so on, I just want to remind that the wallet token is designed so that it's a mechanism of shared value for the users of our app, because the revenue from those fees, those swap fees that we get on the apps, is actually directed for buybacks and burns of the wallet token. So we're trying to, although it's not, with the bearish market vibes currently, people don't believe that much into governance tokens and into shared revenue and so on. We believe that in the longer term, the wallet token will become a good sustainable shared revenue model, and that's why it's a good. I think it's good to remind what the role of the token is. And we've been super modest about it, and we don't talk a lot about it because first we are serving a well-functioning, really well-functioning Web3 wallet. However, there's this thing, the wallet, the token, and yes, besides having reduced fees for when you hold staked wallet tokens, you will be able to stake and unstake the wallet token directly within the app. There's another thing that will hopefully go live with the launch of the mobile app. Anything else?
Yeah, another thing that excites me is the integration of NFC signing. So, for example, with keycard works with a card, and you'll basically be able to just link your card to the phone and confirm the transactions with keycard.
Oh,
I believe many people requested it, and I believe it's an amazing feature. I recently migrated many accounts personally to keycard. I've been loving the QR-based signing, and like signing on a mobile with hardware like more easily than connecting with Bluetooth is gonna be a nice feature, in my opinion.
Yep.
And I believe that we should make a completely separate stream for showcasing hardware wallets and safe accounts. If you've been paying attention to our latest communication about Ambire Vault, which is a 2 out of 2 safe multi-sig setup with one key on PC and the second one on mobile. There is no wizard to do that yet, but you can do it on your own. You can create a hotkey on mobile, a hotkey on PC, and then make an account in safe, do 2 out of 2, and then test it with safe accounts, which already work in Ambire. So for example, you can start a fresh transaction on extension, sign it with one signer, and then the transaction will pop out in mobile, so you can finish signing with 2 out of 2. And you get all the benefits of clear signing. You get 2 different platforms in terms of simulation and transaction decoding. So I'm very much looking forward to doing that.
Yeah, we should totally demo that.
Yeah,
I think it will be amazing. Yeah. For next stream, we should do it. By the way, yeah, because while we were talking, I was looking at the comments since the start of the stream, and at least few people asked about Android. And yes, just to confirm, the plan is for both iOS and Android versions. So yeah. There will be Android versions as well. Of course, we can do an Android version stream for one of the next live streams as well. So yeah. Okay.
Yeah. For Ivan, how can people get access to the wallet?
Yeah, sure. Okay, we will start to be giving out access for the mobile app by the end of August. Because as we already mentioned, we have few features that are that we want to first implement before we launch the app. So by the end of August, we will be giving out access. However, we've done this in the past with the extension, and as you know, Ambire is super feedback driven, so to say, and we always like to ship things a little bit slower, and not slower, but in say with limited audience, and do iterations before we have a really stable version. That being said, in the beginning, we will the apps will be invite only, and we'll be leading people on batches. But everyone who really wants to get their hold on the app and test it and give us feedback that will help us improve the app, I think that they will easily find a way to get in. You know the team. You can super easily find us on Twitter, on our own channels, and yeah, as long as you convince us to let you in, you have the chance to get a grip on the app. And of course, for all existing Ambire users, it won't be too hard to get the mobile apps.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay. I think that we covered most of the topics for today and can slowly say good night.
And by the way, I actually couldn't break the app. Nope. That was yeah, a bummer, but we'll see next time. Okay, that was a nice flex. All right, thank you everyone for joining the stream, for being super active in the comments, and yeah, it was a pleasure. See you around.
Thank you everyone. Have a good day and see you next time.
Bye.